You know, I had a subscriber bring up a pretty valid point. He said he was a little older and couldn't quite lift up the front of this log splitter like he used to be able to do. And I get it. You don't have to be older. I mean, I still consider myself pretty young, but this log splitter has a lot of tongue weight. So I was trying to give you some suggestions, and we were talking about possibly adding a jack to the front of it, etc. And I had mentioned about possibly lifting the splitter beam up into the vertical position. But then I got to thinking about it. There's got to be some easy way to take some of the weight off the front here so you can hook up easier, because it's just so awkward the way that you have to bend over, lift up, and get this jack stand out of the way. And sometimes I feel like I'm going to tweak my back doing it. So sometimes simplicity is the way to go. I'm trying to think of all these crazy ideas, but something dawned on me. Just put some weight on the back. Everybody's got a bucket laying around they can fill with some water, or if you're in my case, I just take a 6-gallon gas can, put it on the back. Now, I mean, I can lift this up with one hand. It's so easy. So all it takes is something simple like that. So if you're watching again, hopefully this helps you out. Just put something really light on the back. I'm assuming you weren't looking for a jack for being able to roll this around as much as you were. Get some of that tongue weight off of it. That right there makes a tremendous difference. So now I can lift up really easy, get the jack stand out of the way, and I can do it with one arm, whereas before I was struggling with both arms to lift this splitter up and get it there. So maybe that'll help. That's something that just popped up in my head, something I'm going to do a little more often to save my back. Let's see if this thing makes me out to be a liar. It's been starting up in one pull the last several times I've used it. It's been running very well. Well, that didn't take too terribly long, and I got a decent amount of wood. I was going to go ahead and finish splitting up all this. That's why you see me put it in the vertical position. However, I am ate up with ants. I didn't realize in the amount of time that this wood has been sitting here, there is a gigantic fire ant mound that's been built in these last few pieces of wood. So I've got to find some way to persuade them to go live somewhere else, and then I'll get back out here and split up these last, looks like about 7 rounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and stack this, probably put it in fast forward like I normally do, and we'll get it ready to go. That rack we burnt down this past week, and we started burning into this one. Other than today, it's burning up. The last several days, last week, week and a half, been pretty cool. Nasty rainy weather, 30s and 40s. We had a really good frost this morning, but the next couple of days is supposed to be in the 70s. So we may do a little fire pit fire in the afternoon. We may not. We'll see how that goes. But we've been burning through it pretty good. I've got plenty to keep me going. So if we get another couple cool months, I'm ready to go. And like I said, here before long, we'll start trimming up for the fence out there in the pasture. That'll get me some green wood for next year. Then I've still got that big oak on the backside I need to cut down. So a lot of little projects. I need to try to get something in order and figure out which one I'm gonna go after next. But anytime I get a day off, I'm always jumping on something. So I appreciate y'all watching. Thanks to all the new subscribers. Thank you to the people that's been hanging around for a while. I appreciate your comments and enjoy talking with y'all. I'll catch y'all next time.